Welcome everyone to my Sunday show. Holistic health talk, fitness, nutrition, and such. Happy St. Patrick's Day to the whole world. I got the shillelagh of authenticity, the Blackthorn shillelagh, the one and only. He's right here, the Commodore Jeff Zambello. Sir, how are you?
Very well. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Oh, good.
Arr! And I just want to play little Irish music. Hey, Daryl Messias from Northern California. Thank you. McNamara's band. Then later I'll play Danny Boy. Anyway.
I love that song. That's one of my favorite songs of all time.
Danny Boy?
Yep.
Oh, I'll play it now.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Okay. Anyway, in case anybody gives us a problem, got the shillelagh ready. The
You know,
cudgel.
that shillelagh is a great plastic surgery tool.
Yes, it's good for like Mark Zuckerberg getting the nose job. He's long overdue. Speaking of people that belong to the tribe that need a nose job, you ever notice that Barbara Streisand, with all her money, she never got her nose fixed?
Mm.
You know, she
Mm-hmm.
never got her nose fixed.
I like the haircut.
Oh, thank you, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, sir.
Very nice.
Yeah, the very lovely girl cut my hair named Carla.
Oh, very
Yeah,
nice.
from El Salvador, but she was raised here, and
Good.
it was nice. She she took the machine and she stuck it in my nostrils and she buzzed my nose hairs. I was ticklish. I go, whoa, what are you doing? And I says to her, I'm sorry, I have nose hairs because I really didn't. I usually I cut them.
Yeah,
And
I take care of mine too.
yeah, I use little scissors, but nose hair scissors. So she stuck the machine in there and buzzed my
Hey,
nose hairs. Nobody. Oh, those are tweezers.
I got them right in my office all day long. I do this. Yep.
Oh, you could tolerate tweezing your nose hairs?
Oh yeah, I've been doing it for fucking years. You think I want to walk around like a fucking pig with a fucking mustache growing out my nose like a fucking
No.
pig?
The reason
Fucking
why
ignorant fucking pricks.
the reason
Fucking
why
want my nose
well
hair.
I do my eyebrows because I don't want no friggin' bushy
Yeah.
eyebrows
Well,
like
guess what else I do? I
Yeah,
do my
I don't like
goddamn ears. See?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like no Groucho Marx eyebrows, but yeah, you gotta. Yeah, I pluck. I have tweezers. I pluck hairs. If I see a hair where it shouldn't be, I pluck it.
Yeah.
But the reason why I cut the nose hairs instead of plucking it like I used to do is that the nose hairs is a filter,
Yeah, I know.
but it can't be growing out of your nostrils. I mean, that's
No.
terrible.
That's a very ignorant person.
You ever see these
Unless you're on a remote island with no toiletries or something, that's a different case.
Yeah, well, you ever see these old geezers that let the hair grow on their ears?
I
The
know.
hair is sticking out of their fucking ears. You ever,
Yeah,
you
this is
ever
right in my office. I don't give a fuck.
yeah.
I do it Monday through Friday. I gotta have nice grooming.
You got grooming and what's the word? Hygiene, personal hygiene. So now I'm not saying hi to a person named Eugene. Hygiene, no, hygiene. And then you have a buzzer like in case your
Yeah, I
beard
do.
gets straggly or your mustache grows into your mouth.
Yeah. This is in honor of Kelly Calzone.
Could you
Here you
pick?
go, Kelly.
There
you go.
Could you
There you
picture her
go.
pulling her anal hairs out and like on Facebook?
I just don't understand how men walk around like with that shit. I mean, I don't know. It's just
I don't know either. Yeah, the corned beef, big slab of corned beef brisket.
oh, Danny boy,
It's boiling. It's burrowing. It's burrowing right now with the cabbage
oh,
and.
Danny boy. Na, 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 na. Oh, Danny boy. It's a calling. Boy, oh, Danny boy. I love you so.
The church cantor, Billy Jones, he played an Irish song, and with his electric guitar, he's got a nice voice. He sounded really, really good. He's Irish, so he He's got a lovely voice for a church cantor, But he used to get gigs. He used to get, before he became a cantor.
You mean CTT gigs for $800, $900 a head,
no,
and white cash
music.
cash filled envelopes to evade the divorce attorney and the IRS.
Oh
But
my God.
I just insert a little quarter on the Mass Turnpike at the one of the gasoline stops with the Burger King and the Dunkin' Donuts, and just make a little anonymous phone call to IRS.
Yeah, excuse us, people, if we're a little whimsical today because it is St. Patrick's Day, and they had the parade in New York City yesterday. So
Nice.
I guess they did it so people can go to mass today. People can go to church today, And I watched St. Patrick's Catholic Mass on the Catholic cable station from Ireland. It was a St. Patrick's Mass from Ireland, and it was very nice. I watched the whole thing, and
Oh, Johnny boy, the pipes are calling. And down the mountainside, the summer's gone, and all the roses are dying. It's you must go, and I must die.
Oh, I did that already. Oh.
But come you back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. I'll be there in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so.
A very lovely singing voice, Commodore Jeff Sambello.
That is one of the best songs in all of history.
It was good. And I heard there's a video. I heard this woman, with Irish girl with a beautiful soprano voice, and
I love Irish women.
And she had a musician playing the harp. One woman was playing the harp, and the other one was playing the violins. And you know what she sang? The Christmas song. What was that? Wait a minute. It goes.
Oh, Emmanuel.
No. Yeah, that's it. Holy night.
Oh,
holy night. Da, 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 shoot.
Da, 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 da.
Beautiful voice. She sang it, and what a voice, And
nice.
Yeah. I sent it to a friend.
I like the Irish lassies.
Yeah, they have nice accents too.
No, they're beautiful. With the ginger hair, the ivory white skin, and they're sprinkled with beautiful freckles. Mamma mia.
Alabaster.
Mamma mia.
Alabaster skin.
Oh, I love it.
Alabaster. Not alabaster. Alabaster.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Ali's bastard.
Alley-oop, Chic Alley-oop, or Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. Well, there's a big protest.
Alibaba or Baba Booey?
Baba Booey. That's Howard Stern's sidekick. There's a big protest in Brooklyn, New York, huge, and the mayor's there against this homeless shelter. Now, the problem
the migrants are taking over.
Well, the problem with Brooklyn is all these illegal immigrants that many of them were of a criminal element.
Yep.
Have somehow settled in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand how anybody is allowed to come here illegally. I really don't.
The pipes are
But
calling.
anyway, that's another. Now, I want to talk about. Uh, well, first of all, how has the training been this past week?
Very good. I got that competition next Sunday. Then the vintage strength games are in a couple of months.
Uh huh. Yeah, that's right.
So,
The
yeah.
vintage strength games is coming up, and time is flying by, and before you know it, the event will be around. Will be here, and uh,
Yeah.
you're going to be in the best shape of your life. I predict
Well, you know.
for this event.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, you what you're doing now, the type of training you're doing now, you're not going to have any problems.
Little Dickie Doyle. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh yeah, little Dickie Doyle, Eric
With the
Doyle
orange pubes.
of the Schlong Beach Kettlebell Club in Long Beach, Schlong Beach, California. Long Beach, California. Happy St. Patrick- Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Long Dong John Beach, California.
Long Dong Silver.
Yeah.
You know, there was a porno movie called Long Dong Silver, and it was, I guess, he was dressed like a pirate. and then,
Arg.
and,
Arg.
and then when that movie Romancing the Stone came out, they made one called Romancing the Bone.
That's
They
funny.
they do that. They take something popular and they give it a pornographic spin to it, you know. But you know, now I want to read something that to me is exciting because I'm always doing research when it comes to fitness and nutrition, and lo and behold, we have the most powerful antioxidant known to man that surpasses everything else by a light year at least. And antioxidants, when they're powerful, are very important because they prevent degenerative diseases and they retard the aging process. Sometimes they reverse it, sometimes they stop it. It all depends if you have the right genetics. And let me show you what this is. It's they used to get it from krill, which are these tiny Antarctic, cold water Antarctic or Arctic shrimp, and they're bright red. And they used to get it from that, but it's more cost effective now because they get it from this marine algae, and it's called astaxanthin. It's a carotenoid. It's a form of carotene. Is many carotenoids, which is a pigmentation in fruits and vegetables and plants that are brightly colored. So this here, I'll just read a little bit of this. Okay, now I'll read the highlights. Astaxanthin. Okay, now there is a measurement of the antioxidant power or ability in foods. It's called the ORAC score. Oxygen radical absorbance capacity. Oxygen radical absorbance capacity. ORAC table, a measure of antioxidant capacity. Astaxanthin has an ORAC value of 2,822,200, making it making it 293 times as potent as wild blueberries,
Mm.
a well-known antioxidant-rich food. Furthermore,
Wow.
its antioxidant properties make it 6,000 times more potent than vitamin C and 550 times more potent than vitamin E. Now, this is incredible news when it comes to natural health. Okay,
Yeah.
that's very, and it also is much more effective in boosting the immune system than vitamin C. So it's a carotenoid. It's known as the king of carotenes. And
The pipes are calling.
the pipes are calling. You're absolutely right. Now after you depart, I'm going to play one video called "The 10 Things Never to Do with Your Penis," narrated by an attractive and lovely urologist, which I never had. I never had a woman checking my testicles or putting her fingers up my ass and feeling my prostate. I never had a attractive female. Yeah, because nobody wants any alligator wrestler chick. Nobody wants a 500-pound burly woman, giving you a prostate exam. But yeah, so it's narrated by a good-looking urologist and another urologist, not Dr. Malik, but she's attractive also, but not Dr. Malik, whose office is in Beverly Hills. So I can imagine what she bills the insurance companies. You know, so yeah, so she's going to narrate because there are many things that people do that they shouldn't be doing. I'm just going to give one tidbit from the video. Never see, the skin of the genitalia is very sensitive. Everybody knows that. Never use hand or body lotion. No lotions on the market should be used down there because many of these supermarket nationally advertised lotions, moisturizing lotions, have parabens.
So the good old fashioned Jergens for all
no,
for all young teenagers.
No, it's bad. She says don't use that because you know why? It has parabens in it, and parabens get into your system transdermally. They pass through the
I'll tell you something. When you're 15 or 16 years old and you look at the next door neighbor's wife, you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but the parabens affect your hormones. It suppresses testosterone. It increases estrogen. It increases.
James, I'll tell you, when I was a teenage kid, I could do it right across the goddamn room. Yeah. Boom.
But she recommends some safe, as long as it's paraben free, you can use it.
The pipes,
it's transdermal. There are creams, progesterone. There are certain supplementary and also doctor prescribed medications that are in a cream form. That.
What about these commercials? The fucking Luna commercials I hear about. The fucking
yeah, I know.
These are stinky privates.
Well,
I know what you're talking about.
Now now they're advertising the same thing for men for the genitalia. It's a deodorant.
It's so they can be politically correct, so they don't put all the fucking blame on the stinky fish. Okay.
I don't
all
care.
men have to do is get in there and fucking wash your nuts every now and then.
Listen, I don't care how much Lumi they use. If they don't clean that out, if they don't douche.
You clean the monkey. Wash the monkey.
Brass monkey, that funky monkey. Remember the Beastie Boys sang that? Brass monkey, funky, that funky monkey. I always wonder what a brass monkey was, but anyway, I digress. But yeah, it's something called personal hygiene.
Yeah.
my first primary doctor, internist, Dr. Ronald Rigolosi, says people don't wash their anus out.
Wow.
They you get a damn wash rag, you soap it up really good.
Yeah, wash the culo. The culo.
Yeah, but you got to get in there. You got to get in the crack. You know, Krakatoa, east of Java.
You Benji and
You bang
Krakatoa.
in Krakatoa. Hold on. I got to turn the corned beef off. Hold on.
Oh, me corned beef sandwich. Oh, Johnny boy, the pipes are calling.
Corn it. 10 things not to do with your penis. You'll be good to your penis, and your penis will be good to you. So anyway, yeah, so the food is done. So what I have to do, I have to remove it, and it has to sit. Anytime you're cooking beef, you have to let it rest for at least a half hour. Yeah, at least a half hour. Actually, you know what? In about 5-10 minutes, I'll take it out and I'll let it rest. And then you have to slice it against the grain, not with the grain, against the grain. Otherwise, it's not as tender, you know. So you look at the grain in
Tender is the night.
in the roast.
Bum, bum. Tender is the night. Bum, bum. Jackson Brown.
Squeaky, 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 squeaky.
That's
the sound of my old mattress. Now I got the memory foam.
I've heard many of that sounds at the Norwalk Hilton Garden Inn. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.
Squeaky, 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 squeaky. Yes, yeah, the old mattress. I deliberately didn't take the headboard and the frame. I only have a box spring, and I have my queen size memory foam. And you know what? It's silent. There's no squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.
That's so funny.
Matarasa. So yeah, astaxanthin. I found a good company with maximum doses on Amazon. So I'm gonna order that as soon as I'm finished with what I have already. You know, I always consolidate everything in my life. You know, as a minimalist, I always take what's essential, and I don't like clutter. And I know there's a lot of people that have
I hate clutter.
parents or grandparents that like people, older generation people, especially if they grew up during the Great Depression.
Yeah.
They tend to be hoarders.
Yeah.
They save everything, even if it's garbage. Everything. They just
The pipes are calling.
I shall gorge myself on corned beef brisket and make sandwiches the next couple of days with spicy brown mustard.
Nice. Too bad you can't go to Blackjack Mulligan's tonight, but maybe you wouldn't want to go. Maybe it's so packed.
No, you know what the problem is? That nobody has all you can eat corned beef and cabbage anymore. They got cheap.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so at one time, not only did I go up for all you can eat corned beef and cabbage, But
Oy
on
vey, oy vey.
but during Oktoberfest, I used to go for all you can eat sauerbraten and potato dumpling and red cabbage and the spätzle, you know, the German food. And then
Yeah.
every
Schnitzel.
Monday,
It's schnitzel.
the schnitzel is a cutlet. It's like veal scallopini. It's a cutlet. They
Nice.
pound it. They make it nice and flat, thin. And what else did I used to go? Oh, every Monday, the Crow's Nest had all you can eat baby back ribs. And
Mm.
I used to go there and I say, they try to give me a lot of French fries. They says, no, give me extra coleslaw. I don't want no French fries. And keep the ribs coming. As soon as as soon as I'm eating one rack of ribs, put another rack on the grill. They weren't happy. They weren't happy. But I don't care.
They didn't. They didn't know who they just ran into.
Strategy. It's like
Yeah. And then they give me let me see a corn muffin from Maryland.
oh,
Until you complained.
the
Until
owner
you wrote like a review.
the owner's son, man, he was pissed. He was pissed at that cook. Oh, that was even my sister got mad. She goes, "Oh, how dare they do that?" You know, I mean, he did make the real McCoy. I wanted to give it to you, but you know, you said you don't want to keep it in the car because you were gonna.
He gave us double the portion for free.
Yeah, he should have because I mean, come on, it was a corn cake. Unbelievable. So anyway, the baby back ribs, the meat fell right off the bone. They were like really tender, but you know what? They did away with it. I guess a lot of people like me used to camp out there and keep on eating for God knows how long. It's like somebody go at a bar taking one sip of their cocktail like every 20 minutes.
Mm.
We call that nursing the drink. We got kicked out of when back in the day when there used to be Howard Johnson's hotels, right?
Yep.
And they had the Howard Johnson's 24-hour. You can go there and order blueberry pancakes and get ice cream. Yeah, I actually liked Howard Johnson. So
I know.
And they had clam chowder too. So anyway, there was a bar there.
But I digress.
I digress. There was a bar there, and for happy hour they had a buffet. And me and my friend, we go there and we eat all the free food. We keep on eating, and we nurse the drink. We take a little sip. No, actually, they got mad because my friend ordered juice, and he was nursing the juice as he was eating all the food. And I
don't know if you ever did this way back when, but when we used to go to the cinema, the multiplex cinema, you just go in the washroom towards, when they're playing the credits for the other movie there. You got to make before the lights come on there, you got to sneak off the fucking back so that we can go to the restroom and then we can watch another movie, a different movie.
Oh yeah. So
did you ever try that, James?
No, I never did that. So in other words, when the movie is about to end, you go to the restroom and you hang out in the restroom, and then you sneak back into the theater to watch another movie.
Yeah.
You know what I hate is they won't let you bring any snacks or beverages because they want you to pay through the nose for their stinking movie theater food.
It was back then. It was like $7 for a popcorn. Like what the hell?
You know how cheap it is for me to make it at home? Dirt cheap.
Crazy.
It is crazy, And my ex-wife showed me how to make popcorn the old-fashioned way on the stove. How to do it. and it's really very easy. I use my stir fry pan, but you could use any pot with a lid. So what you do is you put whatever you want. You put butter in the pan, or extra virgin olive oil, or coconut oil, whatever you want.
Mm.
You put the oil or the butter in the pan. You add some good sea salt. And in my case, I use Himalayan pink salt. I add that. Then you put the loose popcorn in there. If you can't get loose organic popcorn, get Jolly Time. Jolly Time has always been quality as far as I'm concerned.
I like Orville Redenbacher.
Yeah, but you get the plain popping corn. You don't get the one with anything else in it. You just get plain popcorn. So you put, like, let's say a half a cup. All right. You turn the heat on low and you let it sizzle on low. You go inside, watch TV, whatever the hell you're doing. And as soon as you hear one pop, you'll hear like pop, pop. You rush into the kitchen, you turn the heat on full blast, put the lid on, and shake the pot back and forth. And then it'll start going like a machine gun.
Shake
Like
your
pop, pop,
booty.
pop, 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 and then the whole thing will be popcorn. The whole thing will be full. The whole
Yeah, with no kernels that break your teeth.
No. I'd say a good 97% or more or less of the kernels pop for me.
Yeah.
When I do that method. But if you do the garbage, the microwave popcorn with that toxic hydrogenated margarine they put in there, trans fats, there's always a whole bunch that don't pop.
Yeah.
Plus you get the carcinogenic toxic margarine.
Yeah.
Hydrogenated oil. But I like making it myself from scratch because I get to use the fat that I have, the quality, the extra virgin olive oil, organic extra virgin olive oil, or it could be organic virgin coconut oil if you want, which is very nice, the flavor. Or you can combine the two, or you can use butter. Or why not combine all three if you have it? And the popcorn is very tasty and healthy and high in fiber and all that good stuff. And that's how you make the homemade popcorn from scratch. So how is that new apparatus that you have? You were
The landmine?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good. There's several things that I do on it. So there's the Meadows Row. It's named after John Meadows. He was a bodybuilder. He passed away. And then that's one of the best things you can do for your rear delts. It hits it like no other. And then there's the incline press. You do one hand switch. It's awesome. You use your whole body.
So
then you take it. Then you take it like this, and you do your pec, and you switch it.
Yeah. So it's spelled landmine, like a
landmine. Yeah.
Landmine. Okay.
Why? Because the anchor goes through two 55-pound, not 45-pound, two 55-pound plates. And it looks like a landmine because you get the two plates stacked on top of each other, and then you get the insert, and it looks like a landmine.
Wow.
That's why. And the barbell goes inside the female. So the barbell is a male.
Yeah.
And it goes inside the female insert.
I like that description.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling.
Um, you know, the best thing for me to do is to Google it and look at, see what it looks like.
Exactly. And
That
see what the exercise that is. It's just yeah. There's so many topics to talk about. I could spend an hour just talking about the landmine, all the versatility and the leveraging, and
I
it's
know
just
it.
it's wonderful. The,
I,
the angles that it hits. Anyways, so what's up with speaking about Danny Boy, Dan Cashman?
oh, Brian Cashman,
No, who's the Dan Cash? No,
Brian
who's the
Cashman,
general manager of the Yankees?
Brian Cashman.
Brian Cash. Sorry.
Well, it looks like the Yankees pitching is not doing so well in spring training, but the guys
Uh-oh.
are hitting. The guys are hitting, and
Yeah.
Cashman. If Cashman doesn't come up with a winning team, he's in big trouble. And you know what? They should have fired him a long time ago. Hal Steinbrenner is a pussy. Now, what's even more infuriating than those two, than Cashman, is the owners of the Boston Red Sox are not. They're deliberately not prioritizing the team. They're not focusing their their money on the team. The team is like a side gig for them. Like they don't care.
Because they know the fans are going to show up and they got the television market.
And
Everybody's a sucker.
I
Oh,
heard,
there's always next year. They were in the rebuilding phase. Well, they've been in the rebuilding phase since 1908 or 1918.
and I heard the price of tickets to go to Fenway is very steep,
Mm.
and the food is expensive.
Yep. Well, that's because a lot of corporations have tickets, seasons tickets.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
therefore, a father can't even afford to bring his son, or a grandfather can't afford to bring their grandchildren to a game.
No. So what's happened is they were putting the blame on their general manager that they fired, Chaim Bloom, and it wasn't Chaim Bloom's fault. It was the owners that did not want to put up the money to keep Mookie Betts or Xavier Humphrey Bogarts, whatever, Xavier Bogarts. They don't want to keep them
Humphrey Bogarts.
and
That's funny.
and to get other quality players. They don't want to put up the money because it's not their priority. Well, for God's sakes, if it's not their priority, sell the team to somebody who gives a shit. You know, that's infuriating. That's such disrespect for the fans. Really, that's like a slap in the face.
I know.
People are paying top dollar to be fans and go and see the Red Sox play, and this is their attitude. It sucks. Really, it's horrible. Yeah. And another thing, what's with these cities throughout the country that say yes immediately to the owners when everybody wants a separate stadium? In Arizona, the hockey team, the Arizona Coyotes, have their own stadium, indoor park, arena. I'm sorry. The Phoenix Suns basketball team, they have to have their own separate indoor arena, and then the Diamondbacks have their own ballpark. Why can't they do what other cities do and have hockey and basketball playing in the same indoor arena?
I know.
And they threaten to leave. The owners always threaten, "Oh, we're going to leave. We're going to leave the city."
Well, that's what's happening with the Kansas City Chiefs right now.
They want a new park, a new.
Yeah, they're threatening to leave, and they just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, look, Soldier Field in Chicago, the Bears. That's not privately owned. That's owned by the city.
That's not right.
Well, there's nothing wrong with Soldier Field. You ever see it? They have like the Roman columns, like the Greek architecture, the Roman they have the columns. It's actually very it's a historic landmark, like Fenway, Wrigley Field. there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that if the city doesn't want to upgrade it and maintain it, sell it. Sell it. The owner of the bear is an old lady. She's very elderly, and there's nobody else to help her run the team. So it's like, so the fans are like, they're frustrated. Sell the stadium and sell the team.
Yeah.
Get some young blood in there. It's like Washington. Get those old dinosaurs out of there. God's sakes, it's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm going to take a look at the landmine, and I noticed Dragon Door has been promoting this isometric device with chains, which is based on the Russian guy Zas. During World War One, he popularized isometrics using chains.
Yeah, because he was in jail, I guess, and he was like taking the bars
And
like this.
he was using the bars. Yeah. Which,
Okay.
I mean, it's clever, but it's not the same as conventional weight training. It's just not. It's not. I've been doing well, I know Arthur Jones taught Mike Menser, Casey Viator, Ray Menser, and then Dorian Yates later on. I know these guys popularized the heavy duty training system, but actually Bob Hoffman from York Barbell, he started with the heavy duty.
Yeah, but somebody stole all his know-how.
Stole it.
Who that was.
He didn't use it. His former business partner Joe Weider, when he went to California, he denied any affiliation with Bob Hoffman, and they were business partners in the Northeast. And there's the Weightlifting Hall of Fame Museum in York, Pennsylvania. And you know what they made originally? The company that became York Barbell, that made all the Olympic plates, for the Olympic, they originally made boilers for heating homes.
Yeah.
Furnaces. I'm sorry. Yeah, they originally manufactured furnaces, and then they switched for some reason. They switched to weightlifting equipment, and I used to have his book. I should have kept it, from the 1940s, and he mentioned that the heavy duty system is patterned after the world's greatest strongmen. He mentioned old time butchers that had to wrestle the animal, literally had to wrestle the animal that they were going to dispatch. And the workout was wrestling the damn animal. Then there was old time sailors, number two, where they would work very hard for a short period of time. So the science behind these strongmen who got jobs in a circus as strongmen, they came from these backgrounds, these two backgrounds. And the science behind it is that if you do something physical with very high intensity for a short period of time, followed by a long rest, so the muscles recuperate, you see? And so it was patterned after the jobs of those two occupations. High intensity work for a short period, and followed by days of nothing to do. So that's what the butchers and the sailors did. The sailors they'd sit around and make scrimshaw. They got the whalebone. They do artwork on it, and then the butchers, after they're done, they get paid for, I guess, cutting up the big animal, selling it.
Yep.
And but there was no machines to help them kill the animal. I mean, they had to do it by, I mean, the poor animal, but they had to do it by manually. Wrestle these animals. So that's how the heavy duty system began. But do any of them did any of them give credit to Bob Hoffman, who was the U.S. Olympic weightlifting coach for many years? No.
No.
No. At least Jack LaLanne gave. At least he honored Paul Bragg, who was a mentor of his. He was like he was a fitness guru, I guess, back in the 1920s or something. Back in the day, and at least he gave credit and honored Paul Bragg. Jack LaLanne did. What's his name? Charles Atlas did not build his physique with isometrics.
No.
He just sold it in the back of magazines.
No, dun, 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 dun.
He sold his dynamic tension isometrics in the back of magazines, and he built his physique, the
The
traditional
good old fashioned way.
weightlifting. Yeah, that
Pumping iron and calisthenics.
pumping
time on the
iron.
tension.
Or it could include body weight calisthenics.
Pull ups, push ups.
Yeah, pull ups, chin ups, push ups, dips. Very good exercise.
Yep, dips.
Dips are supposed to be
Thousands of Hindu squats.
the one of the best for the chest and triceps. Doing dips.
Lunges.
Yeah, you know who does a lot of lunges? The Olympic speed skaters, because they're known to have very well developed quadriceps.
Yes.
Olympic speed skaters.
Dun, 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 dun. She's too fat for me. Like a rubber. She's too fat for me.
I don't want her.
Oh yeah, I don't wanna get Nobody's good old fashioned polka.
I don't want her. You can have her. She's too fat for me. She's too
Now
fat.
you can't even sing the goddamn song like that. You get arrested.
Or what if you accidentally
It's
call?
unpolitically correct.
What if
Everybody's a
you
fucking
accidentally
victim. So
call
shut your
somebody
goddamn mouth and go to work.
Fatty Arbuckle by mistake?
I like that fatty Arbuckle. At least he made something of himself.
Yeah, he had a job.
Dun, 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 dun.
Fatty Arbuckle. Now I know Rick Brown. If Slick Rick Brown lived in the 19th century, or I'm sorry, they did it in the 17th century. They put people in a stockade, in a public stockade, the wooden contraption used to lock it. And then I guess people used to like throw tomatoes at them or mock. Yeah, the carnival barkers.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Bob Barker, the late Bob Barker from The Price is Right.
Yeah. Bob Barker fucked a lot of pretty women, I guess.
Oh yeah, he
against the wishes. Blow me or you lose your job.
lose your job. So he looked like such a nice, pleasant gentleman on the show.
He was an evil dog.
Bob Barker.
Yeah, his last name fit him very well, like a barking dog. He was like a dog in the street.
Yeah, he was very much into animal rights.
Yeah, but he didn't treat people so well.
Nope.
I don't like her. You can have her. She's too fat for me. Just like the Minnesota Fats at the Wisconsin hotel for 4 days.
Oh boy, yeah, and he had the nerve to because I wanted to introduce myself online to her, and he said he yelled at me and says, "You leave my friends alone." What do you mean? Why is he so possessive of women that he knows? If he's a
It's not even
married
his
man,
wife, for God's sakes. Like,
he's got a wife at home. He's a married man.
Yeah.
What does he care about?
6.
Yeah, he's
I
a
don't
real
like her.
he's a
You can
real
have her.
selfish,
She's too fat for me.
he's a selfish character, man.
Oh yeah.
He wants everything for himself. Everything. The whole fitness industry.
Worship me, love me.
Yeah, worship me, love me, accept me.
And meanwhile, my next gig will be a quarter mile down the road from your gym.
Wait, what's a quarter mile from?
No, it's like me, love me, hero worship me. And my next gig will be a quarter mile down the street at your competitor's gym.
That was terrible. The guy spends money to fly him to Italy from California, from Los Angeles to Italy, and puts him up in a hotel, gets him an interpreter to be his tour guide.
Yeah, a 19-year-old beautiful interpreter.
Yeah, and most likely he probably dropped his drawers.
Yeah.
And I mean, and then he has the nerve to try to book a gig with his competitor, not respecting the what is it, the 50-mile radius?
It should be at least 50 miles, yes.
That the guy has no integrity.
No integrity.
I mean, you would be furious, right? If you were a gym owner that flew somebody from LA to Italy, or even like he even
please come to LA.
He even didn't like that the guy from Northern Ireland complaining about the projectile, about the adjustable mace, the evil monkey.
Yeah, with his Irish brogue. You almost smashed the flying projectile, almost killed one of my gym members.
Yeah, and he's like, and he just he didn't care. Rick Brown didn't care.
He was indifferent.
Yeah, totally indifferent.
So no remorse.
Insensitive, no remorse, like a sociopath. Oh man.
But he gave free lessons to the other one, Minnesota Facts, as long as she bought him dinner.
Well, being that for her
dinner, what, for 4 days?
For her to go all the way from Minnesota to where he was, well, all the way. It's the next state over, right?
Strangers in the night. La, 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 la. Swinging a sledgehammer in the Wisconsin parking lot next to Mercedes Benzes.
My sister doesn't like my kazoo. She gets mad.
I like the kazoo.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it? Well, this is like a professional.
Hey, wait a minute.
This is
we're remiss about something. We did not do the dating game theme. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun.
Thank you.
Oh shit!
You ever notice the chimpanzees? They clap like this. Oh, you either your bowels are percolating or you have to go.
I have to go to the freaking gym here.
Gotta go to gymnasium. Oh yeah, gymnasium. Oh, which one are you going to? The
new one.
The new one. The oh, how's your sandbag routine coming along?
Going very well. And boy, oh boy, it makes your back thick as hell, man.
Oh yeah, it's dead weight. It's dead weight.
Look at the back of my shoulders.
The shoulders, the triceps. You look like you got
No, my
bigger.
rear delts.
Yeah, you look
My
like
rear delts.
you look like you got thicker. You got thicker.
I did.
Commodore.
I did. It's all functional.
Yeah, you're thick. All right, I'm gonna pipe you away. Thank you, as always.
Thank you, sir. God bless.
It's been lovely, as always. All right, that was the Commodore Jeff Sambello. How's everyone doing? Let me bring up that video on 10 things not to do with your penis. And that'll wrap it up for St. Patrick's Day 2024. Oop. Wah. Okay. I'll bring it up right now. This is a special video on the 10 things men should not do with their penises.
All right, so I put together a list of things that you should absolutely never do with your penis if you want to ride this thing until the wheels fall off. So the first one, and I want you to think about this. How many of you have masturbated with house lotion, right? It's the Jergens. It's the Vaseline lotion. Well, one thing that you should never do is use Jergens or basic Vaseline lotion to masturbate, or even really put it on yourself as soon as you get out the shower. I think this really actually started in childhood, where you took whatever lotion your mom had available now and voila. Now the problem is that these lotions aren't designed to be safe for your main guy. Well, hell, many of them aren't even safe for you to put on your skin. So take a look at these images from the Environmental Working Group. Now this is a company that exists solely because they want you to have healthier choices for everything that you put on your body. Now I have here 2 staples in the house, right? Both of them have chemicals called parabens in them. And parabens are a group of chemicals that are preservatives. They're put into personal care products and food to preserve them. But their existence and their extensive use actually they've been deemed as endocrine disruptors. What this means is that those products can actually disrupt your hormones and ultimately result in higher than normal levels of estrogen or lower than normal testosterone. And they can result in reproductive reproductive disorders, they can affect birth outcomes, and they can increase your risk of cancer. So, with this fact that parabens can affect the hormone system at even very low concentrations, especially during developmental stages of life. So, if you have some at home, don't let your son use it either. Now, scientists have found that there's a relationship between parabens and changes in your thyroid, elevated risk of hormone-related cancers, and messing up the male reproductive systems. They can actually really act like estrogens. So your skin is your first line of defense against intruders. It's the first step in immunity. So when you lather it up with harmful chemicals, it will disrupt the flow of events, particularly if you're putting it on something as sensitive as your penis. So use coconut oil, or use a paraben-free lube like Good Clean Love, or even a brand like Sliquid to masturbate instead. All right, number 2, do not use a huge vibrating object like the Hitachi Magic Wand for pleasure. Now, I know I've discussed ways that vibration and vibratory stimulus can help with erectile function. Talked about it in terms of prostate function, in terms of the prostatic massage, but a huge vibrator like the Hitachi Magic Wand or some other massive form of vibration is too much vibration. So please cut it out. And if you find that you've used it and now you've lost sensitivity, now is the time to just fast from it altogether, so that your body can recover. Another thing that you should never do with your penis is daily use of the hot tub. I know it's so tempting to soak in a relaxing tub, but unless, of course, your days are over in terms of getting someone pregnant and you don't want to get someone pregnant, because it's a proven fact that too long in the hot tub, too many times a week can wipe out healthy sperm levels. Actually, a study conducted by Dr. Paul Turek took about 11 men with fertility issues who were identified as guys who love to soak in the tub. And the study refers to it as exposure to what's called wet heat. So exposure to wet heat was defined as immersion of the body in a tub, a heated jacuzzi, at a temperature that was just warmer than body temperature for 30 minutes or more, once a week or more, for at least 3 months prior to participation in the study. So if you like baths, if you like to soak in Epsom salts and things like that, I know you're not soaking in a tub that's less than your body temperature, because that would be too cool. What studies find is that it will wipe out your sperm count. So he used these 11 guys and he told them, listen, stop soaking in the tub. Stop soaking in the tubs for 3 months. And when he brought them back, 5 of those 11 guys, their total motility sperm count, their total motile sperm counts had increased almost 500% in 3 to 6 months. Listen, so if that's not enough reason to stop soaking in the tub, I don't know what is. Now, another thing, do not bend the penis when it's hard. Okay, so bending the penile structures when it's in an erect state can lead to an injury of the corpora. Now, this is an injury that can lead to scar tissue forming within the erectile tissue and ultimately leading to erectile issues and something called Peyronie's disease, which is an abnormal curvature of the erection, which is sometimes painful. So do not bend it. And then also, you don't want anyone hopping on it that can bend it either. So be very careful. Try to make sure that it's not bent. The other thing that I don't want you to do, that you should never do with your penis, is try those penis enlargement pills, the bazooka pills. So as long as I've been doing this, they have yet to invent a pill that will just magically make your penis bigger. Think about it. Whomever would have come up with such a product awarded the Nobel Peace Prize by now, or at least a grant by the MacArthur Foundation, or even a spot on Shark Tank. So such pills do not exist, so stop buying them. I don't care what the ads say. Next, number 6, do not leave on that soaked, wet underwear after a workout. Don't leave it on your penis. Don't leave it on your body. I have one word for you: yeast. Yeast grows in a damp environment like that, and before you know it, you'll have this kind of itching feeling in your groin, on the penile tissue, and in the anal area. So as tempting as it may be to leave them on, actually, you'd be better off taking them off in the dressing room and in the changing room, and then letting it hang like Tarzan until you get home. All right. The next thing that you absolutely never want to do is put your penis in your selfie. And what I mean by that is, do not put your face in with your penis when you're sending a selfie, right? Because this could get very ugly and cost you your job, your life, and your dignity, because all people share. Honestly, the minute that text comes in, we send it to somebody else. So be very mindful of that. If someone asks you for a dick pic, what you do is you take the picture and send it, but do not not leave any identifying features of yourself in it, because you end up even with the pictures being held hostage, to be honest. So be careful there. The next thing that you want to do is do not ever neglect it. It's so special, so take care of it. Trim the hairs around it neatly and clean it. A little bit of soap and water goes a long way. Lather up that pubic hair and get it all around. Make sure that the soap is paraben free though. Okay? Because there's nothing better than smelling fresh down there. All right? The next thing that you never ever want to do is you don't want to put your penis in a water bottle or other household objects. I know it sounds weird, but every year, thousands of men line the emergency room because they've stuck their penis into weird household objects. Because the problem is once you get it in there, it's oftentimes difficult to get it out. And then it expands and then you have a whole problem. It can actually constrict it, cut off the circulation, and gangrene can actually sink in. The next thing that you absolutely never want to do with your penis, you never want to pull it out in the public when somebody else is around. That means even to urinate, because every state has laws prohibiting people from committing indecent exposure and public lewdness. And in general, if a person exposes their genitals or their private parts for sexual gratification or with the knowledge that other people might even just be offended, you'll be considered guilty of a crime and you could face jail time. You could face fees and fines up to thousands of dollars. So this is just a quick list of 10 things that you absolutely do not want to do with your penis. Like this video, share this video. I'll see you next time.
Okay, that was interesting. Well, I'm going to wrap it up a little early this time for St. Patrick's Day 2024. I'm going to slice up my corned beef brisket and the cabbage. Everything is ready. Everything is done. I'm gonna eat. I will eat now. I will say that the corned beef shrank. So there must be a lot of fat in that brisket. I thought brisket was supposed to be lean. But every time I boil my own corned beef, every year it shrinks quite a bit. So that makes me think, is it really brisket? Or is it a cheaper cut of meat? Or maybe it is brisket. And, you know, I'm just not aware that that when they sell it, when they prepare it for corned beef, they probably do not trim it. They take it from the animal with all the fat, so they can charge the stores more money because it's heavier. Fat is weight, as you know, with the obesity epidemic in this country. So that's it. Enjoy the rest of Sunday, St. Patrick's Day, and have a safe and healthy week coming up. The weekdays are coming up. The day that people do not look forward to, that work in offices, the dreaded, infamous Monday is coming. And people don't look forward to that, and I don't blame them. And then next Sunday is Palm Sunday, followed by Easter Sunday. Now, the Easter weekend, I won't be around. So I won't be doing progressive discussions. Well, I'll be doing it next weekend, but I won't be doing it the following weekend because I'll be away. So that weekend, I'm skipping Saturday and Sunday. So anyway, the Easter holiday weekend. So take care, everyone. Bye.